As a woman in Thailand, do you feel safer?
Like I want to look good, but I don't want to be catcalled. That's like my everyday conflict in my brain, like gassing up the thing. Like before I knew it, I saw this like small bike just, and then I just like crashed with that small bike. My bike was bigger, so that women like kind of flew, and I also.
Hi, can you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Adai. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Tibet, China.
And where are we right now?
We're right now in Bangkok in this place called Zoom Sky Bar.
Is it your first time here?
Yes, my first time. Thanks to you.
You're welcome. So I've been here like 2 times actually. This is one of my favorite sky bars.
Okay.
And it's beautiful for sunset. But
Yes.
it's a shame that they closed the top. But
Yeah.
we're in like the restaurant part now, which is like slightly underneath the top. But still nice views.
Yes. And you can see like this is just 360 all surrounding, and we're here just facing the sunset a little bit. It's perfect.
I think Bangkok's probably one of the best places in the world for sky bars, right?
Yes, I have been to like few more, like the Chakuka, whatever.
What's that? Wait, which
one
was
looks
that?
like jellyfish.
Oh, Tachuka.
Tachuka.
Yes.
Yeah, Tachuka.
Tachuka.
Yeah.
One more time.
Tachuka. Very
Instagrammable, I would say.
Yes.
But
So-
a hot spot. Good
Yeah.
music too. So can I ask what do you do for work?
I'm a full-time singer. I do like recording artists, and I write songs, and I just like, and I do performances, and I mainly do it like my main market is in China.
So how did you get into that?
I started singing since I was very young. Like my dad, he really likes music, so I think I carried his gene. And as Tibetans, we love singing because we like to, sing, to talk, like yell. We would pass in informations and conversation in the mountains. So that became our like a way to communicate. And so when I was around like 5 or 6 years old, I started listening to the cassettes my dad brought back from Africa. And then I'll just listen to all this gospel and Mary Perry, Whitney Houston, all that diva, And then I would just like perform like whenever we see like there's a stage. So I think I started to grow into that a lot as some kind of passion. But then as I grow to like 16, the school was so tough in China, and music became my escape when I was like doing with homework. And I would just go to like some bars to do open mic at first, and then slowly people really liked me, and I just started to do it more. And eventually somebody invited me to do like a guest singer. Then eventually I randomly got into become a jazz singer.
So that's your field. I was going to ask you like what genre of music?
So I started actually like doing like R&B pop music, but then jazz became like my intro really to music. I feel like jazz is a very good genre to get into the music, because then you are free to discover all the other flavor in there, because jazz is how actually hip hop started.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes,
that. Okay.
Yes.
On the topic of jazz, do you know any good jazz bars in where we are right now, Bangkok?
Oh, in Bangkok, actually, I'm not so sure, but like, actually my friends, they were some really good Thai local artists, and they do jazz and soul. And I know that their name is H3F, and then they play at some local bars sometimes, and there was one in like near Chinatown. Speaking of which, you reminded me like one time actually, one of my drummer, like he played at this La Bua. You know La Bua, right?
La Bua.
And the top of
Yes.
the La Bua, they're playing jazz there, but that was like 3 years ago.
Do you know what La Bua is famous for? It was featured in the Hangover movie.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like the scene where they are like, the helicopter came up.
Yeah, it's iconic. So.
I'm a big fan of Hangover.
Yeah, it's very entertaining.
Anyway,
Are you living in Bangkok right now, or are you living in another country?
So 3 months ago, I actually lived here for about 2.5 months. Every year, I would say I'll come here for like 2-3 times, just as you know, it's right in the middle of all the big cities. Like if you're gonna go to Australia, or you go to China, you go to like Dubai or in America, like.
I do tell people that I say Bangkok is a really good hub for like getting around Asia.
Yes, and you know, you get tired and you want to do a transit, just spend 3 days in Bangkok, you know, do some spa, eat some nice Thai food.
If someone was doing that, a
Yeah.
3-day transit in Bangkok,
Yeah.
what would you recommend to do, or where to go?
Oh, I definitely recommend staying near in the center area because you get to like Erawan. I would say is a good place to stay and go to Central World, Siam Patagon, go get like massage around the area, go try like authentic Thai food like Bull Elephant is one of my favorite places.
Okay,
Yeah.
never tried that.
Oh no, you have to try.
Yeah.
It's like a little like chic, fancy experience, but still like for the value, you know, it's like you can't get that in the West for such high value stuff. And I would recommend to do like some rock climbing.
Rock climbing. You know, I just got back from Krabi. I went to Riley Beach.
Oh, Riley Beach,
And
yes.
they have all the limestone rocks, and you can
Yes.
go rock climbing there, and it's like really, really popular.
Yes, I've been climbing there like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tom Sai is like where they have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
the-
I heard that one as well.
Yeah.
But I'm scared of heights. No, honestly, when I get past like 3 or 4 meters, my legs just turn to jelly.
Oh, you just need to get used to it. I was like that at first when I started climbing. But you know the auto belay? You should try training that scare like on that so it will get
Okay.
over your fear. So you just jump on and there's like when you belay yourself and you climb about like 2 meters,
Yeah.
that's where you can accept, right? And just try jumping down. And then the more time you do it, you get used to that feeling of free falling and then you know you're good. Yeah.
Scary, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah, you should.
So rock climbing, would you say, is one of your hobbies? What
Yes.
else would you say is your
My
typical hobbies that you do?
Hobbies, I like cooking. Well, back then I used to be big in weightlifting, but then like I don't know, I look very
As in
very,
like deadlifts,
yeah,
squats?
powerlifting.
Okay.
I like to do some like painting sometimes.
Yeah.
I like to do like thread working, like stitches things.
So you're very creative.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really find creating stuff from the scratch very interesting.
You're from Tibet,
Yes.
but you don't live in one specific place.
No.
You travel all over.
Yeah.
So how does that feel to live that kind of nomadic lifestyle?
Well, at first 3 years, I would say it was very exciting all the time. I easily get bored, I would say, because you know, like I constantly miss something that I'm very used to. For example, the food from Thailand and how easy here massage is getting. So whenever I'm like at a different place, I'll just think about it, and I'm like, oh, I want to come back, you know. And so I always just bounce around. It gave me like this certain like not super secured feelings. Because you're just trying to find your home. You're trying to like find somewhere you belong. That's somewhere you call home, like real, not somewhere you was born. I think that's your first home. That's where your hometown is. Like, but you know, we all explored ourselves when we were growing. So, like sometimes, like people in the environment there don't like we grew out of that.
In that sense, do you feel like anywhere is your home? Do you feel drawn to one specific country, or do you feel the need to keep on moving?
Actually, for 3 years, I was already feel like I was drawn to Thailand, to Phuket specifically.
Why Phuket?
Because you know, I would say I'm really lucky. I got locked down there in 2020, so I was there for like 6 months straight.
How was COVID in Phuket?
It's beautiful because like they locked down the airport, right?
Yes.
Nobody can come in, nobody can come out. So people are first really frustrated, but then the same time they're just like, I guess I will just chill in the pool now, you know? I guess I will just go to the beach. But
Could you still do like island trips?
yeah, you can go to Krabi, you can drive to like some small
And was
area.
it like deserted?
It was so quiet. Like I remember driving there because it was a 3-hour ride, and there was like no one all the way there. It was just, and then we got to the hotel, and there was just like, I feel like we're just the only customer there.
Sounds like a dream.
Yes, and also for Phuket that time, like all the Airbnbs, like the price dropped like so much. So like we got this crazy villa right on the beach in Panwa, right on the beach, like 10 times cheaper, and they got 10 bedroom there. So it was just 2 person, and we got
10 bedrooms for 2 people.
Yes, we were like, this can't be true, right? And they're like, actually, this is the price. Like, and we're like, wow, that's a great experience. So,
and we've living in Phuket and Bangkok.
Yeah.
How do you compare the two?
Like if you're a city girl, like Bangkok is the place. But if you're like nature lover, you want to be in good, like you can see mountains, you can see the ocean. Like if you're island girl, I'm definitely an island girl at heart. So I like Phuket because, you know, I love Phuket food. I love that like mixture of like a Malaysian food and like South Asian.
That's because Phuket is quite close to Malaysia.
Yeah, and you know, it has that sweetness and a little spiciness in the taste that gives it that Southeast Asian flavor.
Yeah.
So I also like the people. They're like very like, you know, if you notice how Phuket people talk, they're like very like, like, you know, kind of like straightforward.
Yeah.
And I like that because like as a Tibetan person, like we are very much like straightforward culture, like passionate to guests like that. So I think that's why I like Phuket a lot.
So you'd prefer to live in Phuket over Bangkok?
Yeah, because I like a big space, you know, because while I was living in Bangkok, I stayed at this place called 28 Chitlom. It's a really nice place. They decorated really nice, like modern finish and almost like a hotel and the service as well.
Chitlom is quite an expensive area in Bangkok, but it has some of the nicest condos.
Yes. Like, Road, they got some like really fancy Lansman Road next to Kim Tam Malai, which
that's a nice hotel.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite hotels in Bangkok.
Me too. The best breakfast
so nice.
buffet.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the gym, you can actually buy a membership for it.
Yeah. The gym
even
is
if
good.
you're not there, and it's amazing. That's a good hotel recommendation. Kim Tam Malai.
Yeah, you have to stay at least try the breakfast buffet because I think it's super worth it. Yeah.
All right, drinks are here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Copper Macaf.
Look at the color.
You lived longer in Phuket than Bangkok.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like lived in Phuket for almost 3 years.
Can I ask you, what was your monthly cost of living whilst living in Phuket?
Oh, my monthly cost, actually, I never even calculated, but I know it's a little higher because I have a high standard for like where I stay and, you know, like everything. We have this very beautiful beach called La Yen, and it's right next to the Pullman resort. So on that coastline, there was a lot of like great like big villas that's next to the cliff. So you can see a crazy like ocean view. It's just like this building, but like all below is just ocean.
And when you were in Phuket, you were renting or living in a hotel?
I was renting a villa in La Yen estate.
And how much was that per month?
I don't know how much. I know in Chinese RMB, it's like 100,000 Chinese RMB a month.
I'll put that on screen. The conversion.
It's a lot, but the whole time, like I switch a villa every 3 months. It's also very beautiful. Like if you want to look for a nice villa, like Bantao Botanical Garden.
And what's your favorite restaurants or cafes in Phuket?
Oh, my favorite one should be like Wanjan. You know Wanjan?
I've never been.
In Phuket town.
I love Phuket town.
Yeah, Phuket town has a lot of...
I tell everyone, if you go into Phuket, you have to go to Phuket town because it gives like a old Portuguese vibes. Like the buildings are all colourful, there's lights, they have a Sunday market.
Yeah, Sunday market is the best. Like there's always they always changed up the little like stand. You got like the snacks with the leaf packed and there's like peanuts inside. You got like mango rice. You got like so much. Like my favorite one is this it's really rare to see it, but sometimes when you see it, it's so good. It's this fried oyster pancake.
Okay, I've seen that one.
It's really good.
So you're a big fan of Thai food?
Yeah, I love Thai food. I love anything like spicy.
You can handle it.
Yes, you know.
So if you order somtam, I can have like 3, 4.
Oh, pet
t-shirt.
Yeah, I always tell them pet, and they're like,
what's your top 3 Thai dishes?
Oh, definitely somtam is like a good salad to mix together. I love pad krapao, guy.
That's my favorite.
Yes, pad krap pao. Like I can eat that all day, every day. Just that one dish. I used to big on the pineapple fried rice,
Ooh,
but
good
pineapple
choice.
fried is really good.
Good
but
choice, yeah.
I canceled that out because since I only have 3, I would say tom yum, tom yum goong.
Tom Yum Goong.
Yes.
Yeah, you picked like 3 of the most popular ones, which are really good, like for a good reason.
Simple, I'm a basic girl. Yeah.
And
it's really good.
I always ask Thai people,
Yeah.
what's your favorite Thai food? 70% of the time, you know what they say?
Tom yum.
Somtam.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
because
sometimes.
sometimes it's just, it's just like you can't get that kind of texture of like sour papaya. Like it's just
So
shredded.
unique.
Yeah, and it's so hard to make it actually. I watched them shredding that papaya. It's so hard, so you need to like really have the patience to like shred it one, and then you get one dish. Like if I had to do it, I'll like probably pay somebody to just like shred my papaya. 'Cause I don't want to spend all that time. Like by the time my like bicep already grow like this time.
And as a woman in Thailand, do
Yeah.
you feel safer?
I feel safe in general, but I do feel absolutely really, really, really safe. But sometimes I just don't like being catcalled, you know, like walking down the street or something. Like,
Yeah.
like I want to look good, but I don't want to be catcalled. That's like my everyday conflict in my brain. Like, should I put this dress on or should I wear these heels? Because I don't want people to catcall me. So I gotta be like extra like low key sometimes. Yeah, but you know, that's everywhere though. So
Yeah, I mean that can happen in any country, I guess.
Yeah.
What about like if you're walking in the street at night?
yeah.
Do you feel safe then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been walking on the street like every day, being like, it's like super safe. Like 12, I was there alone. Like, yeah.
And how do you compare the safety of Thailand to like other countries in Asia?
Oh, I would say like, cause you know, China is also very, very safe. China is like, we don't really have a village that's so developed, but it's still like super cool, like Phuket. So all we had is just cities and cities and cities. And I would say it's the same that like living in Bangkok, you just go in the street like 3 a.m. with your laptop, like no problem. Nobody will ever come and like take your money, you know?
What about the challenges of living in Thailand? Did you encounter any?
Yeah, of course. Like in terms of, I think it's just so hot. I think it's really humid. So if you want to have like a snatch day where your makeup don't melt at all.
A snatch day?
A snatch, like you just like
What's
perfect makeup and it stays on your face. And for all the girls that come to Thailand, this will be a little challenge. You need to get like matte, like no sweat. When you shine on the camera, you look like, you know. Anyway, to be fair, like right now, Bangkok is not even that hot.
Yeah, so right now it's rainy season.
Yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't rain every single day. It'll rain like most of the days, and the days that it does, it's only for like 1-2 hours max.
Yeah.
But I guess the upside of the rainy season is after it rains, it cools off a little bit. Or when I say cool, it's like 3 or 4 degrees less.
Yeah.
Instead of 35, 36, it might be like 28, 29, 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Still sounds hot to some people, obviously in England or America, but it's a lot better than
Usual.
April. April's the worst.
Yeah.
In terms of the heat.
Yeah.
That's why they have, Songkran. So Songkran's like the biggest water fight festival in the world. Temperatures get between 35 to 40, so they cool off by using water guns and just spraying each other, which is so fun.
So you asked about the challenges. I experienced this really crazy rainy season in Phuket in 2022 November. I remember the water was up to my waist, and in Phuket town they were having like a boat. Some people were just making fun, like they were like rolling the boat in the Phuket town.
On the street.
Yeah, and my friend's jazz bar, his whole shop was like soaked by the water. It's so sad. But
oh man,
now it's good.
Is that like a regular occurrence in a place like Phuket?
They told us like it didn't happen for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so we got pretty unlucky last year, but yeah.
And Phuket is also the place where they had the tsunami in
Yeah.
2001, Boxing Day.
2004, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big
it hit
one.
Indonesia as well.
Yeah, because the whole Indian Sea got affected, and it was a huge area. That was like
Yeah, that was
crazy.
horrendous.
Yeah.
What advice would you give women that want to move here or thinking about coming to Thailand?
Oh, advices? I would say before you come here, like do a little research on all the stuff that they have here that you are into, and see like which places you want to go, and like do some research about the hotel, like different range of the prices and where you want to stay. You know, watch Sam's video, because you know he talks about it, and you know I think he get great advices to people. Even for me, like I already live in Thailand so long, but I still get something new from his video.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So,
I didn't ask her to say that. She said that on her own accord.
Also, if you're thinking about to go traveling in the like island, take your like driver's license if you really want to rent a car, because
hire a car.
Yeah, because
it's a good one.
Bike is quite dangerous. If you're not really experiencing bike riding, I wouldn't suggest it to you, because it's really hectic to react as a woman. I'm not saying like males are better, but you know, like it's like it's hard for us to like be completely rational when something like in our way coming, and we're just like, because like I've been riding bikes for a long time, but every time when something like goes super fast in front of me, but he just go a different way, I still like freaked out a little bit, you know.
So you've had experience with riding bikes in Thailand?
Yeah, I ride bike in Thailand like most of the time, but
it's dangerous, isn't it?
It's dangerous because I thought I was like gonna get away without any accident, because I was riding here like 3 years, like every day I ride bikes. Right before I was about to leave, like 2023 March, I was coming home from gym, gassing up the thing like just like the and then you know there was this intersection, it's like big cross, and I was about to turn right, and all the trucks are coming this way. Before I knew it, I saw this like small bike just, and then I just like crashed with that small bike. My bike was bigger, so that women like kind of flew, and I also flew. Like I was scratched a little bit. It was so lucky, like, because I thought like, oh shit, like I'm gonna break my leg or something. And then when I checked the lady, she didn't have any physical damage, which is really good. She didn't hit her head or anything, because we both have our helmets on. Yeah, I feel bad for her because she was on the floor. Yeah, so that's after that I was like, nah, I'm not gonna ride bike.
Yeah, I used to ride a bike. I mean, I've still got a bike now, and I used to ride it every day when I was a teacher to work, and like I've seen multiple accidents with my own eyes. Probably I say Thailand is one of the worst for bike accidents in the world.
Phuket.
And if you come in and you're thinking about renting a bike, have a little bit of practice first. Don't just go on it straight away with no practice and no experience, because it's very, very dangerous.
It's like 0 to 100.
Especially the big bikes. I mean, scooters are a bit more safer, like 1.25 or something, but
the
big
700cc ones, like you
they're
gotta
powerful.
be careful.
That was a good chat.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Do you have your own YouTube channel?
Yes, I do, and I have my Instagram.
Yeah, do you want to say the handle so everyone can go and check it out?
Okay, cool, thank you. So my YouTube is actually, we need to cut this off. If you go to your search bar and put Adai, Adai, space, Tibet, Tibet, the first video that pops up, it's me. Subscribe me.
And that'll be all your songs?
Yeah, like some of my songs are on there. Like, I'm still trying to move all of my stuff from China to the international platform. So my Instagram is YANGSUADAI.
All right, cool. Cheers.
Cheers.